Hi, my name's Ashton and welcome back to Ashton's EDC. Today I just wanted to do a quick video just talking about a few different belt sheaths that I use for my Victorinox knives as well as other folding knives like this one here. I'll go into a bit more detail onto each one, but I have three different ones in different styles and different materials. Typically I'll use these for my Victorinox folding knives or like multi-tool Swiss Army knives. Like this one, I did a video on all of these not too long ago, so you can check that out. But they can also be used with some other folding knives as well. So I have this Remington knife that can fit in one of them. Let's see if I have some other pocket knives around. But you can fit all sorts of other pocket knives in them as well. Yeah, so I'll get into it now. So I have three of them. I'll start with this one first. This one, I think this is made by Victorinox. I'm not 100% sure. There's no, from what I can see, there's no branding or anything like that anywhere on the pouch. And this is made of leather. It's got this, I'm not sure if it's actual brass, but it looks like a brass snap there. Pretty secure. Takes a bit of force to get out. And then, let's see. I'll use the Victorinox Pioneer X as a reference. So that slots in there. It's pretty large, as you can see. The Victorinox, the Pioneer X, has quite a bit of wiggle room in there. But I wonder if you could even get two in here. You might be able to. You could, but it makes it pretty tight, and I had to switch the orientation. But I haven't used this one too much. It is made of leather, but it's a very stiff leather. It's pretty rough. It does look nice, though. It's got this kind of weave pattern stamped into it there. But even if just by listening, you might be able to hear. It's pretty tough and pretty rough. So it's not super flexible or soft, but it is kind of a nice looking pouch. The snap is super secure, and it does have this belt loop back here. As you can see, I haven't used this one very much, so the belt loop is very tight on there. But you can loop your belt through there. So yeah, there's one option from Victorinox. If I put in, say, my climber, fits in pretty good there, a bit of a larger knife, and then snap it closed. You can see there is still a bit of a space on top here, but if I were to sort of do a shake test, it's not going to come out or anything like that, so it is still very secure in there. Alright, next up, I've got this one. This is a nylon pouch. This one's branded from Victorinox. Just kind of like the looks of this pouch. Nice and slim design. I like this little metal crest, or whatever you want to call it there. This one is just uses Velcro. As you can see, it's got a nice secure Velcro there. And then opens up pretty wide. It's kind of sort of gusseted on the side, I guess, so it can be collapsed down or can open up. And then on the inside, it's kind of interesting. It has this sort of secondary loop, which I guess can be used as a pocket, and that goes all the way down just to about, let's see here, right about to here. So almost all the way down to the bottom. I'm not entirely sure what you could put in there. Let's see, I guess you could maybe put like a ferro rod in there. Let's see if that works. This one is a bit too big. As you can see, it sticks out. You could even put a smaller Victorinox in there, or if you just had a solid bar of a ferro rod, you could put in there. So I'm not 100% sure what that's meant for, but it can be used for all sorts of things. Let's see here. I'll get my Pioneer X again as the reference. slot in there. This one's quite a bit taller than the other pouches, so the knife completely disappears. But then what that means is that when you close it, I guess you could close it a bit more than it's meant to, but obviously you have to be aware of where the Velcro lands there. So then there's nothing sticking out, but again, nothing's going to fall out. A bit quieter than the other pouch in terms of when it's shaking around. It's made of a pretty nice material. I'm not sure the information on this material, but it's a nice durable nylon. And it does have this, it kind of almost doesn't even look like there's a spot for your belts, but it's right here. This back section with these 4 rivets there is where you would loop your belt through. One of my favorite ones from Victorinox, and you can use this for all sorts of knives as well. Let's see, I think my Remington knife here will fit in here. So that fits in there just fine. Obviously uses up more of the pouch, but so you can use this for all sorts of other types of pocket knives as well. And then the last one, this is probably my favorite one, is this one. This is another leather belt pouch, but the leather on this, I don't know the information on where the leather is from or anything like that, but it's a much softer leather. You can see it's got a bit of a patina developed at this point, but it's got a nice snap here. As you can see, big kind of loop over there. You can see these little rivets there that are for the belt loop. Nice big large belt loop here on the back. As you can see, you can fit pretty big, large belts in there. And yeah, it's just a really nice leather. It's a really nice smooth on the outside, and then on the inside, it's got kind of the raw finish, but still very nice and soft and smooth. Got a nice secure snap, as you can probably hear. And again, using the Pioneer X, drop that in there. Still is pretty wide, so has a lot of wiggle room back and forth. But then when I close it, it uses up the entire length of the pouch. So you can see it's sticking out from where the pouch ends here, but goes right up to where the loop over for the snap goes. This one, I got this at Mountain Equipment Co-op. I think it was branded from Victorinox, but it has this stamp here on the back that says Valley Leather, Canada. With this, I'm not sure if that's like an eagle or almost looks like a vulture, a little logo there. So I'm not too sure, I don't have much information about this company. It does have this here 12, I'm not entirely sure what that's meant to be. But this is one of my favorite ones. I like the belt loop here, as you can see. You can fit thicker belts. It's not super wide, but you can still fit a pretty large belt in there. And I just like how it wears on body. It's got nice stitching all the way around. You can see here on the front, on the back, and on the front. It's got nice edges. The edges have been buffed, or I'm not 100% sure of the terminology, but so everything's nice and soft. There's no sharp like corners or anything like that. And in comparison to this sheath, I like this one a lot more. It's just the leather quality is a bit nicer in my opinion. It's not as hard like for this one. If I were to take this, and you can hear how hard it is. Whereas for this one, it's much softer. Really nice belt pouch. I guess one other quick thing to mention about these leather pouches in particular, and kind of a downside, is that I'm not sure if I'll be able to show this on camera, but where the snap is here, on the inside of the pouch, yeah, right there, it goes straight through. So what that does mean is that if you have one of your Victorinox knives, that even if it's the A-locks or if it's just in the standard plastic handles, it could get scratched up against there. Now if I run my finger through here, there's no super sharp edges or anything like that, but it is something to note. And that is the same I believe on this one. Yep, so on this one, you can see right there, it has that snap going straight through. But for daily use, I haven't had any experience where it's scratching up my Swiss Army knives or anything like that, but I thought it's still something of note to mention. So that's everything. That's the 3 different belt pouches that I have. Again, this sort of snap design leather one, the nylon one, and my favorite leather one from Valley Leather, Canada. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to make a quick one just to share some of the different pouches that I have for my Swiss Army knives, and again, can be used for all sorts of other pocket knives or anything else really that you can imagine will fit in there. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'd love to hear if you have any of these pouches down in the comments below, or if you have another pouch that you use for your Victorinox pocket knife. I'd love to hear what it is. Yeah, so that's everything. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and subscribe to my channel if you like the other videos that I'm making. I'm trying to improve some of the video quality and add some more links in the description of the video. None of them are affiliate links or anything like that, but just for your information. And I do have a link tree linked in the comments too, so if you want to go there, you can get links to my Instagram account. I have a Pinterest with all sorts of EDC ideas, and I'm hoping to add like an Amazon wish list soon too, so you can see some of the different EDC items from Amazon that I've kind of flagged or saved for later. And I did start the Buy Me a Coffee, so if you're interested in supporting the channel, I'm not, don't want to pressure that too much, but just thought I would mention it. But that's everything for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Take care.